Edging past 120 miles per hour on Circuit of the Americas Main Street, the steep uphill makes late braking easy before simultaneously cresting the hill and clipping the apex of Turn 1, a hairpin left. The rest of the first sector is done in 4th gear, slicing right and left at better than 80 miles per hour, your body pressing hard against the carbon fiber Sparco seats with a full G of force. No brakes needed here, just adjustments to the throttle to keep things tidy. Brake for Turn 9, but suck it up, hold your breath and keep it flat through Turn 10, hitting 105 miles per hour just past the apex. Patient on the throttle through the Turn 11 hairpin, then enjoy the 7,000 RPM staccato from the twin-turbo Ferrari V8-derived 2.9-liter V6 as your right hand grabs the shift paddle to snap off 4th, 5th and onto 6th gear. The speedometer ticks past 140 miles per hour, before a quick coast down to keep everything cool. Were you chasing lap time? 150 miles per hour is easily within reach. Keep your hands slow while navigating the tight and technical turns 12 to 15, lest you wish the quick steering ratio to send you to the apex a car length early. Vary the throttle on the short shoot toward 16, the instrument panel frantically flashing shift. Grab 4th gear. Breathe the throttle, then slink right and barrel into the long and fast 180-degree right-hander that gives plenty of opportunity for the front and rear axles to dance between under and oversteer, like Latin lovers doing the tango. To Lex Slater and you're back on the front straight, loving life because you just lapped an F1 circuit in an Italian sports car. Or did you? Alfa Romeo doesn't think so. The Italian maker with a grand history, which includes giving Enzo Ferrari his start, calls the Stelvio Quadrifoglio an SUV. Albeit one with the Nürburgring lap record under its belt. I beg to differ. The tall station wagon, perhaps. Maybe a hearse, but certainly not an SUV. Need evidence? Consider what wasn't part of the presentation that Alfa gave us ahead of the drive. There was no mention of ground clearance, departure or approach angles, dirt traction, snow traction, not even cargo or passenger room. Nothing even remotely approaching an SUV spec. It's a tall Giulia hatchback. A race jockey wearing elevator shoes. And a damn fine jockey at that. The motor is all aluminum with 2,900 direct injectors and variable timing. All told, the two single-scroll turbochargers spin up and help spit out 505 HP at 6,500 RPM and 443 pounds-feet of torque between 2,500 and 5,500 RPM. ZF's tried and true 8-speed automatic takes that power, delivers it to an active transfer case that goes on to distribute power to the front and rear axles. The engineers designed the Quadrifoglio to be inherently rear-wheel drive, but up to 60% of available power can end up in the front axle. The rear differential is both limited slip and torque vectoring, meaning that 75% of all the power can go to a single rear wheel. Handling prowess, given the coda lapping exercise, is probably no surprise. Aside from a supercar quick 12.0:1 steering ratio, the Stelvio makes use of a double wishbone suspension up front and fully independent multi-link in back. There are adjustable shocks and Pirelli P0 summer tires to top the performance handling cake. Brakes, Brembos, of course. 6-pod calipers in front, 4 in back. And they lock down on 15.4-inch front, 14.2-inch rear carbon ceramic rotors, assuming you checked that $8,000 optional item box. Okay, there's an inkling of SUV here with the Stelvio's all-wheel drive system. The Giulia Quadrifoglio is rear-wheel drive. Ironic, in a way, because the Stelvio's system is quite similar to the AWD system available on the Giulia model, just not the Quadrifoglio. By the way, that accounts for most of the 477-pound weight difference between these two Italian hot rods. Coupled with the 4-setting drive mode selector, called Alfa DNA Pro, and the adjustable shocks. If one were to put all-terrain tires on this product, that person could theoretically not get stuck immediately in an off-road situation. We're guessing that would require new wheels, too. However, as I do not know of many SUVs wearing 20-inch wheels that are 9 inches wide in front, 10 in back. The P-Zeros that wrap around said wheels are 255/45R20 and 285/40R20, respectively. Those for drive modes: advanced efficiency, which ensures low RPM gear shifts, a slower throttle and use of the powertrain's available cylinder deactivation; normal, the default setting upon startup; dynamic, which loosens up stability control and speeds up throttle; and race, yes, race, which turns stability control off and hold on to the lowest gear possible. That last setting really puts an exclamation mark on the Stelvio Quadrifoglio. It transports you to an alternative universe where car nerds rule the world, and the Italians cater to our every need. The Quadrifoglio takes the already swoopy shape of the Stelvio and adds aggression and a sense of immediacy. That carries on inside with stitched leather and carbon fiber trim appointments. Not just your eyes, but all senses are attended to in the Quadrifoglio. DPS cite the turbocharging. The exhaust note sounds alive and snarly. With each shift, the momentary exhaust overrun gives a satisfyingly explosive pop. Even at slow speed, your hands stay attentive on the wheel, partially due to a fast-reacting rack, but also because there are 0 dead spots. The motions of the body while traveling over pavement give you a sense of constant urgency, as if the fuel in the tank was replaced with espresso. It's not harsh, but hurried, rewarding when chucked through a set of switchbacks, but lacks tranquility when traffic picks up and average speed comes down. What you have here is an $81,590 bobsled set at the top of the run. It seats 5, but hopefully no one minds snuggling. The agility of the Quadrifoglio is what stands out, not its utility. And a quick review of some of the options available shows how one-directional this vehicle is. The aforementioned carbon ceramic brakes, the $3,500 carbon fiber Sparco driver's seat, $2,200 for Competizione Rosso paint. The Stelvio Quadrifoglio is not an SUV, but a slightly more expensive Giulia with all-wheel drive and bit of cargo space. It's for someone that wants a track car, but not strictly a car. A machine with neutral balance, serious hardware and enough Italian flair to stoke all your senses.